Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to be doing another LeetCode 75 challenge. Today's problem is reverse vowels of a string. So for this problem, we're given a string of any length, and then of course the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and we just have to replace or reverse the vowels in the string. So for example, the string ice cream, the first vowel is I and then the last one is A, so we'll just swap those two. And then of course there's E and E here that will also be swapped, but they'll look the same. So this will be the resulting string. So yeah, very straightforward, and we want to make sure we keep the casings as well, like whether it's uppercase or lowercase. So let's talk about the solutions. A potential solution is iterating through the string, and then every time you see a vowel, you could just push it to a stack. So I will go to the bottom of the stack, and then there will be E, E, and then A in this case, right? And then you run through the stack again, just popping it from the end. So the stack will have A at the top. So when you run through it again, every time you see a vowel, you just replace it with what's in the stack. So this will be replaced by an A. And then of course E's will retain here, and then the last one will be an I, so it'll go here. So that's one potential solution. And the runtime of that is 2 of n, where n is the length of the string. So big O notation, that would be O of n. So that's a good solution. And then another solution is using 2 pointers. So the runtime, if you're using a 2 pointers, will just be O of n. And what we're going to do here is like keep a pointer at the beginning and one at the end, and then just increment from the beginning and decrement from the end until we are at vowels for both of them, and then we just swap them and then keep running the algorithm. So for this solution, we're actually going to implement the 2-pointer strategy. So let's get into it. So first things first, we will initialize the 2 pointers to 0 and then the length of the string minus 1. Oops. And then we'll also keep a set of vowels that will already be initialized to A, E, I, whoops, A, E, I, O, U. So this will just make it really simple for us to check whether or not the string that, or the character that we're at is a vowel. And after that, what we want to do is actually we'll initialize an array for our result, which will be an empty character for blank in range with length of the string. So this will give us an array, the exact length of the string, where each character is initialized to an empty character, I mean. And the reason you want to do this is because strings are immutable. So we can't actually modify the string. So we'll just have to kind of convert it to an array, and then we'll just collapse the array to a string at the end. So first thing we want to do is create the loop guard, right? So while I is less than or equal to j, what we want to do is convert, or rather write in the array what we have for the string. So for each character, we want to convert it over to the array, and then we'll just increment I. So that we have to do regardless of, like, if it's not a vowel, and then we'll write our main condition. So if the character that we're at, and of course you want to lower match as well, right? Because if it could be an uppercase, then it won't work. So if the current character dot lower is in vowels, that means so the current character is a vowel, the first pointer rather. So now we want to just decrement j until we're at a vowel for the second pointer as well. So what we'll do is while string at j dot lower, of course, is not in vowels, then we will decrement j. And then every time we decrement or increment, of course, you want to translate that into what we have as well, our array, I mean. So we'll just write the character that we passed through into our array, just so we maintain that. So as soon as this while loop finishes, that means either we are at the vowel that I is at, or we found another vowel, right? So we'll just have to do another comparison. So if I is less than j, right, that means we're not on the same vowel, and then these two are completely different. So then we'll just flip them. So result at I is going to equal to string at j, and result at j is going to equal to string at I. So that's how we'll just flip these, and then as soon as we do that, we want to, of course, increment the first pointer. We don't have anything else to do there. And then decrement the second pointer. We don't need anything to do there. And as soon as this happens, if we don't do anything else, it will do a double increment of the first pointer, right? So we don't want to do that again in this case. So what we'll do is, right, continue here. So it just immediately goes to the next iteration. So that's pretty much it. So after this while loop executes, we should have the correct answer. So we'll just say empty quotes dot join our array. So that'll just collapse our array into a string, and we'll just return that. So that should be it. So let's run that. Oops. If s I at line 11. Oops, it shouldn't be is. That's not the correct. There we go. There we go, and we'll submit that. Awesome. Passed. Great solution. Awesome. See you guys in the next one.